from the jump, straight from the jump. Only get one shot, your boy's too clutch. I'm the main line, like I'm a plug, but at the same time, this ain't what you want, you ain't what you want. I told him straight from the jump, like rose on my place in the front, been waiting for months. All of my patience is up, my hate for haters none. It's partially love, look what I become. Grown with every breath.
Okay, so this is my issue is that everybody keep talking about we're still winning, right? And yes, it is great when you win, right? Mm-hmm. And we're winning off of special teams and defense, right? Every game, we haven't played a full game of good play. So we only played a half. So you figure in the Dallas game, right? We're gonna start from the first game to the fourth game. In the Dallas game, we played. Jalen Hurts did good in the first half. 0 points in the second half. No scoring in the second half at all from our offense. The Kansas City game was shaky all the way through. Yeah. The Rams game, 0 points in the first half. All the points came in the second half. The Tampa Bay game, all the points in the first half, 0 points in the second half. That's not good play.
Can you admit that it's amazing to throw for 209 yards in a half?
Okay, so what? And no one is talking about one game. I just went down 4 games. I just went down 4 games. So when I'm talking about 4 games, what I'm saying is,
I think
even if you throw 200 yards in the second half, right, cuz? Even if you throw 200 yards in the second half, the reason why I don't accept that is because we were still in position to lose that game at the end. And it was because there was no offense in the beginning of the game. Because if we had offense in the beginning of the game, the Rams never be in position to win at the end of the game. But they were in position to win at the end of the game because there was 0 offense. So if Davis don't block that field goal, this is a totally different conversation. So we're not 4-0 no more.
Why they giving so much?
Now we will be 3-1.
Why they giving so much credit for Baker Mayfield and his comeback games, and Jalen Hurts can't get credit for his comeback?
No.
Well, see,
no, Baker. Wait, hold on. No, wait. He asked the question.
We're not in that media. So
No. He asked the question. I'm gonna give you the answer. Baker Mayfield put together 3 winning drives. So at the end of the game. Listen, you asked the question.
Go ahead.
At the end of the game, Baker Mayfield was losing. He put together the drive to make us win. To make his team win, right? With Jalen Hurts, we were going to lose. Our defense stopped us from losing. So it wasn't Jalen Hurts that stopped us from losing. Our defense stopped us from losing.
Is this a team sport or not?
It is a team sport.
So
that's what I'm saying.
It have to always be on Jalen?
No, it don't. No one said that it always have to be on Jalen.
Why nobody? Do you feel like they open?
Listen, I feel like somebody's open. Somebody's open on the field. If you're telling me that we're the only team that plays in the NFL where it's 0 people open every fucking game, every game there is 0 people open.
Coverage? Have you seen live of him?
So when I talk about
leaving people open like all the time.
So
we're talking about the whole half of every game.
So when I'm talking about Baker Mayfield, I ain't talking about last game. I'm talking about the last couple games.
Yes,
where he put together comeback drives, right?
Yes.
Jalen Hurts, I've seen Hurts put together a comeback drive.
No, but what I'm saying that you don't understand. When I say Jalen Hurts put together some plays to make us come back, right? But at the end, when there was when the top,
just like Baker.
Wait a minute, no, it wasn't. That's what I'm saying. You don't know what you're talking about.
He was scoring back to back. What are you talking about?
No, what I'm talking about is the end of the game, Torch. The end of the game, right? When this game is getting ready to be over, Baker Mayfield is the one that ended the game. On our
because he happened to have the ball.
Wait, time out. On our game, Jalen Hurts came back in the second half. We were still going to lose. Everybody thought we were going to lose, right or wrong, cuz? Everybody thought we were going to lose until Davis blocked the field goal and ran it all the way back for a touchdown. Come on, bro. That's all I'm
Would that-
saying.
would that
Is that
still-
if we so let
Would
me
that
ask you
still
something,
not
guys.
have been
So
a
let me ask you
perfect
something,
game
guys.
for Jalen
Hold
Hurts?
on. Let me ask you. No, that still would have been a bad game because you scored 0.
Nigga, the drop 2 on line
God.
in 1 quarter, boy.
Yo, listen.
and 2 quarters.
Hold on. Hey,
He outplayed
Cuz.
Matthew Stafford.
See, this is my
My
problem.
bad. Matthew
Hey.
Stafford was balling. He was balling throughout the whole game. He came in the second half and outplayed Matthew Stafford. And we talking about a top 3 contender right now, a top 3 quarterback in the league right now. The nigga came out and outplayed Matthew Stafford in the second half.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Like,
let me
that's
ask you
not
something.
impressive. That's not impressive.
Hey, cuz. So let me ask you this, cuz. So when your team put up 0 in the first half, right? If Jalen Hurts did all of that, right? Did all of that in the second half, and we lose because the Rams make that field goal and we lose the game, what everybody gonna be saying Monday? They gonna be like, yo, why? Because you remember.
Ask me a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Didn't we have 7 in the first half?
Go ahead. No, we had 0.
No, we had 7. Then we had 7 in the first. Was it? They
Did
scored.
we?
Jalen scored the first touchdown, right? In the Rams game.
That's
When?
what I thought.
Then we had 7 in the first game. I mean, in the Rams game.
Yeah, it was like.
And then-
Yeah.
Oh, it was like
Yeah,
20.
because it was
Wait,
like-
what was the score in the first half?
Yeah, it was like 26 to 7.
26 to 7.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So in that case, most commentators and people that whatever judge on the games, they basically going to be on some shit like, listen, the heroics of Jalen Hurts just didn't pay off, but they should have had it going from the beginning. But, and also what they're not going to say is that every game is not going to look the same as far as, all right, the Eagles getting started going in the first half, or the Eagles starting to get it going in the second half. With a new coordinator, that coordinator has to be able to see and understand what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying, Black. When you have a coordinator that has never called plays before, I'm not putting none of this on the coordinator, but when you have a coordinator that's never called plays before and he's seeing, okay, this team is throwing this at me, this team is throwing this at me, how can I adjust? It may not happen in the first half. It may happen in the second, or it may happen in the first half and it may not happen in the second, because now teams is going back and forth. All right. With the Cowboys, they didn't know what to do with Jalen Hurts in the first half. The second half, they figured it out. But Patullo decided to go with the same game plan in the second half. Didn't work. Now, granted, our defense and special teams won the game. Cool.
But the offense didn't adjust
Our
to
offense
their
didn't adjust,
defense.
right.
Yeah.
But Tampa
And
Bay,
then-
we came out swinging.
And then with the Rams.
Like, we came
And
out
then they
going.
and then they adjusted
Right.
to our offense.
Yes, they
and
did.
our-
In the second
and our
half,
offense
Tybo
didn't
said, you
change.
know what? My defense is going to get better. We staying on you. And
Listen,
that's
I'm
what
not
happened.
putting it all on the coordinator, but there is certain things that I am putting on the coordinator. When you have a receiver with the caliber of A.J. Brown, you don't send him on 4 routes every week. Do you agree with that?
Go ahead.
If you are listen, I'm
I don't
asking, I'm
agree with
asking you a
nothing y'all
question.
saying.
I'm asking you a question. Listen, I'm asking you a question. Listen to me, Black. If you are A.J. Brown and they got you running a slant route, they got you doing a 10, 15-yard stop and go, they got you doing a fly, but that's 4 right there. If they have you doing all of that, let's say they started you with that in the first game, right? And the defense did everything that they did to either put 2 or 3 bodies on you each time. You go into the next game, you're running those same exact fucking routes. Those motherfuckers is playing you the same way. Maybe you might not get a triple team, but now you get a double team. Or you're running into a defense to where as though they're running the zone on you. So even if you do a 10-yard up and out, or you do a slant, you got the backup cracking on you, and the corner is leaving you by yourself. And then you got the third game, you're doing the same exact routes again. So it's like, yo, when the fuck are you going to send me deep? Just like what Grant was saying when he was here. When are you going to send me deep enough, or just send me over the top so that I can just beat somebody and be the A.J. Brown that I know that I am?
And y'all saying that they never sent him deep this whole season?
No.
Or Jalen Hurts just missed him by
In the
5
Rams.
yards.
Come on.
What?
That only happened in the Tampa Bay.
Yo,
Yes.
you
Listen,
yes.
right.
So
Oh, you
one
didn't see
game
that?
left. One game left.
Oh, hey,
One game
hold on. Hey,
One
cuz.
particular
All right. So now I'll let y'all go, right? Now,
You didn't answer
let me
the
tell
question.
y'all why.
You didn't
I
answer-
told you I don't agree with nothing you said.
You didn't.
All right,
no, that's
now
not
you
a-
let me
that's answering the question.
what question? I just said
I
no. I
said
don't
you are
agree.
AJ Brown, and they're sending you on these same fucking routes for 4 games straight. Are you not going to be frustrated?
I can't speak for AJ Brown. I
I'm
don't
saying
know
that
what's
you're
gonna make
AJ
him
Brown.
frustrated.
If you,
I can't. I'm not
All right,
speaking
I'm asking
for
you-
myself
I'm asking
because
you.
I'm not AJ Brown.
I'm asking you.
So-
Would you be frustrated with
No,
that?
I'm gonna be
Not AJ
frustrated
Brown.
with. If I'm AJ Brown, I'm gonna be frustrated with my quarterback. Yes, I'm gonna be
Why would
frustrated
you be
with my
frustrated
quarterback.
with your quarterback?
Because I've seen it. I've seen it before this year. So because I've seen it before this year, I'm not going to blame
You
the
know
coaches.
that
So basically,
John
hold on.
Lawrence
That's why I was getting
was
ready
a
to
way
go. This
better
is where I was
fucking
getting ready to go.
He
Time
is
out. This is
way
where I was
better
getting ready to
player.
go.
I don't know what
Time
the
out.
fuck
Time
you
out.
said.
Time out. This is where I was getting ready to go with it. Right? The reason why I'm not an excuse person, I'm not a person that make up excuses for people and just use the offensive coordinators as a fall guy is because last season we had an offensive coordinator that's known for putting the ball in the air, right? What was the narrative, if you remember, in the beginning of the season last year, cuz?
What was what narrative?
What was the narrative surrounding the Eagles in the whole beginning of last year, cuz?
The whole beginning of last year, they started off
Running the
throwing
ball.
No.
They
Time
started
out.
off running the ball.
What was the big talk about, Torch?
Oh, that he couldn't throw.
No.
What?
See, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
something
Are y'all
that they
paying
talk
attention
about
to?
That's what I'm saying. What's the narrative you talking
Okay.
about? Because I'm
The
like, that's
whole
the
beginning
only
of
thing
the
that
whole
was-
There's
the
been a
whole
lot of
begin-
narratives.
Wait, the whole begin. No, there was one specific narrative where we could not score in the first half of every game.
Yeah.
We couldn't score in the first half of every single game last year. Remember, they kept complaining. They like, yo, when the Eagles
So
gonna
what's
fucking
the
break
difference
us?
from
Wait,
last year and
time
this
out,
year?
time out.
Exactly,
Listen to me.
And we
This is
won
what-
the Super
wait.
Bowl.
Oh my God.
But
Wait a
that's the
minute,
point.
bro. This is my point. Is that maybe it ain't the offensive coordinators. Maybe it's the quarterback that you got. Because the nigga having the same
But see, you
problem
can't say
with
that.
scoring in the whole
But see,
half
you can't
that he
say
had
that.
last year.
But you can't say that because in the first quarters of those games last year, Saquon was able to get off them.
No, we're not
They
talking
might
about
not
Saquon.
even.
Listen,
He
I
can't
understand
even
what
get
you're
off.
saying.
Come on, bro.
I get
You
what
gotta
you're
Did he
saying.
have a
But
60-yard
listen,
game
this is why I
yet?
say this.
He had a 60
Because even though he wasn't able to score in those first halves, you still seen Saquon have a decent amount of yards. in those
No,
first
we're not
games.
talking about Saquon, cuz we're talking about the quarterback, bro. If your quarterback can't put up no points in a half,
It's Jalen
and he did the same thing
Like
last year.
everything.
Hold on.
He's a
hold on,
running
hold on.
back.
Hey,
He's a
cuz,
wide
wait.
receiver.
Hey, George, you remember us, the conversation, right? When I say that everybody make up excuses and use the offensive coordinators as a fall guy, is only because, bro, you switched the coordinators. It's the same thing I said about Caleb
It's
Williams.
not about what
Hold on,
the
time
team
out.
is gonna do different.
I said, Caleb Williams got everybody fired. I said Caleb Williams, and remember I said this, Angie, on a couple episodes back. He got everybody fired. They blamed everybody for his play. They gave him new everything. Here,
All right,
here,
so
take
let me
that,
ask
take that.
this.
And he's still playing the same way.
Like, come on.
So last year, when we was not scoring in the first half or whatever, did that year and this year look alike as far as how the offense was flowing? Like, did you see AJ Brown running the same plays? Did you see because I would give you that last year it was Hurts not being able to read the field in the amount of time and all that. But I don't see
still
that
think
same
that this
Hurts.
year.
I'm seeing Hurts
I'm
looking
seeing
up, reading the
confidence.
field, and
I'm seeing
taking off.
Wait,
I'm
hey,
seeing more
cuz, even you
confidence.
said, hey, cuz,
Because
even
he's
you
taking
said,
off at the right times. I see more confidence. I see
do.
more like.
Cuz,
I see
he-
him on the sideline, like hyping his players up. I see more
Listen.
confidence.
Listen,
and
he's
even
a lot of
he's not reading the field
situations where it
things.
comes to quarterbacks. It's not just quarterbacks reading the field, just seeing who's out there. You have to worry about who the fuck is chasing. You got to worry about who's in front of you. Jalen Hurts in that Kansas City game, which is why I got on the call, was like, yo, Jalen is fucking trash right now. Because you can just basically look at him in that Kansas City game. This motherfucker cannot read the field for shit. I love
Right.
Jalen Hurts.
Right.
But anytime you let you step up in the pocket and you don't see that motherfucker coming to clothesline you, something is wrong.
Okay, so now look at
So
that.
when you say
now
no,
look
no,
at
let's
hold on.
clarify. So when you say he's trash, so he's not trash now, right?
Oh my God.
No, I need to make that clear. He's not trash.
So-
He's not trash right now, right? He's not trash right now, right?
He's not top
I
10.
clear.
So
He's
now,
not
all
top
right.
10.
I just want
All
to
right,
make that
for
clear.
one, I'm going to say.
Jalen is.
Because I need you to tell the viewers what
At the
you're
end of
thinking
the
in their
day,
head.
listen, it's not just Jalen.
Is he a
Listen,
top 10 quarterback
I'm gonna
right
put
now?
it to you like this: it's not. It don't all fall on Jalen. It all falls on. It falls on everybody. Our offensive line is not playing good. When you don't have your offensive line
Okay,
not
just
playing,
want to
hold
be
on, hold
clear.
on. When your offensive line is not playing good, your running back is not going to play good.
Right.
Your quarterback is not going to play good. And you need all those things in order to go right, in order for Jalen to get that ball and to be able to have enough time to be able to read the field and see who's out there. And when you don't have that type of time with your offensive line being ass, everything else,
Our
everything
offensive
else.
line is not ass.
So
Okay.
look,
Y'all
So
are,
look,
y'all
I
are,
agree.
y'all
So
are.
I'm gonna say this.
Yo,
Listen,
do you
say
know how
this.
many times
I'll
I've
say
seen?
this.
Do
I'm
you
gonna
know
say
how
this.
many times I've
Listen.
seen Jalen Hurts standing in the fucking
Listen,
pocket
listen,
for
listen.
15 seconds, bro?
Listen.
Come on, bro.
Not this
That
year.
offensive
Not this
line is
season.
not ass.
Not this
Hold
season,
on.
Black.
You know what?
So,
Hey,
hold on.
yo, check this out. Check this out.
Hold on.
Check this out. Check this out.
Not
We're
this
not
season.
even going to guesstimate no more. I hate the guessing shit. Hey Ash, if you don't mind, can you look up in your phone where does Philadelphia offensive line rank in the NFL this year?
Philadelphia Eagles offensive line struggles in 2025 season have caused a shift in league's ratings,
Come on.
falling from the top 3 to the top 24 in
Oh my gosh. What we talking about, Black?
and 26 in the run pass block win rate. So we're 24th and 26th in the league right now. Which
And
is why I
the
say
block
I say-
run?
In the block run and the passing.
Okay, the
pass
block run is understandable. That's why they bottling up
The
Saquon.
block run and the pass rushing,
Right.
we're
If we
24th.
say look
Yeah,
on
you
offensive
said
line, they ain't even
24th
doing
and
good.
Okay.
All right, so
Especially-
for
that's
one-
what I'm saying.
so
What's
for
his
one,
name? Melton.
What
Who
don't
is
nobody
that
want to
offensive
mention
line?
is that
Like
Lane,
like-
Lane Johnson, one of our best offensive line players, has been on and off the field.
Exactly.
He's been out for 2 games.
Landon Dickerson
Like-
is hot in every goddamn game.
Right. So with that weapon like Lane Johnson out, it's going to be some differences.
It's always a
But hold
difference
up.
when he's out.
But hold up. So I'm going to agree with Black. Right now, Jalen Hurts is not playing top 10. I'm going to agree with that. But
I think
But
everybody agrees with that.
our offensive,
No, because y'all arguing.
So listen, no, because
Y'all
where
making
I argue,
excuses for why
no,
he's
where
not
I
on the
argue,
top 10.
what I argue with you is all our offensive deficiencies is not from Jalen
No,
Hurts,
but I'm looking
bro.
at okay.
Because listen,
So,
I'm not saying he's not
Because
a top 10 quarterback.
so
of the
anytime-
NFL.
no, I'm saying,
No,
I'm
right
saying,
now,
I'm talking
he's
about
not.
right now. how
Yeah,
he-
who better than him top 10?
So-
right
There's-
now.
we
Who?
can
Who?
no, I can name a lot of them.
It's
I can
a
name a
lot.
lot of them.
I just want to know. I just want to know.
I can name a lot of them.
Who's
Listen,
4-0? Who's 4-0?
No, see-
That's better than
no,
Jalen
see-
Hurts. Who
yo,
is
it's a
4-0?
Hold on.
Britt,
Who is
listen,
4-0?
Because our defense and our special teams. That's
Britt,
it.
when you
Yes, that's what we
look
be
at-
winning.
So you,
When you
That's
look
what
at-
we
we're
winning.
not putting off the numbers.
Wait,
That, no,
We're not putting up
we're not
numbers.
putting up no numbers. What are you talking
Oh, so
about?
he's just putting up like 7.
What are you talking about, yo?
Went up.
No.
No, our defense
Are
been
we putting up
scoring.
20 points?
Our defense been
Are we
scoring.
putting up 20 plus points?
Our defense been scoring. What are you talking about? We got the 30th offense in the
we
league.
got like the 20.
We got the 30th offense
Okay,
in the
but
league.
if it
so
comes
listen.
together, it would get better and better.
It's going to
That's not what we're talking
That's what I'm
about.
saying. Like,
Wait,
That's not what
last
we're
year,
talking
we got
about.
better
We
and better.
said right now.
It's going
We
to
said
get
right now, Britt.
It's, no,
We
it's
said
going
right
to get
now.
better.
What are
First
you
of all,
talking about?
I'm not worried. I'm not worried because I know we're going to get better. So I'm not worried.
I don't
But
see
listen,
it.
what to respond to you though? All right. When y'all talk about Jalen last year and this year, right? Let's break.
Nobody jump in. Let me answer.
So let's break down these games now, right? Now in the Cowboys game, I'm seeing Jalen more confident.
I'm saying.
And last year when we got to them slow starts, I seen Jalen stagnant in the pocket, looking around, looking like he don't know what to do. Go
It's
ahead.
not confidence.
Then what is it, Trey?
That's watching film.
Your
Don't
skills.
misconstrue what confidence is. Confidence is he's going to throw that ball to AJ regardless of the 3 months.
Okay, yeah, I get what
That's
you're
the
saying.
He's
I
going to
get,
throw that shit to
yeah, I get what you're saying
3
like
months.
that. All right, I get what you're saying about that.
But don't
Okay, so
get
we're gonna go back to the conversations then, because we had a lot of conversations last season. Remember? Now, remember when I said, Torch said, "Yo, that Atlanta game was a bad game.
Yeah.
Remember that
he was
Atlanta
running.
game was on,
Yeah.
and I said,
the same kind
"Yo,
of game against
remember
Dallas.
what I said?" Cause I said, "Yo, I like that he's starting to run again." I said, because he started running again, and that Atlanta game he ran for like 80 yards, and I was like, "Yo, that was a bright spot." Even though we lost that game, I said, "Yo, this is a bright spot because he's getting confident to run again." Right? Because he wasn't running because of the injury before that. So I said, okay, cool. Torch said, no, that was a bad game. And I said, well, Torch, I said, it wasn't, we lost. But I said,
Yeah, we were
Torch,
supposed to win.
yeah, we were supposed to
Yeah.
win.
No,
But I said,
Saquon
Torch,
dropped the
but I
ball.
said, Torch, he was running. I said, Torch, he was running, so I seen the bright spots, right? So now, when I look at, the running of Jalen Hurts never been an issue for me. The running
But
of
he
Jalen Hurts
did that every
never
game
been an
last
issue.
year.
The problem always been, the problem that people was talking about the most last year was Jalen Hurts throwing.
Not
The
throwing
problem
the ball.
that everybody is talking this year is Jalen Hurts throwing. It's the same from both 2 years, Torch. So let me ask you this. So if I come on your squad, this is your team, you run the squad. If I can only give you 2 quarters, is that a good game to you? Would you say, yo, good game, Black? If I can only give you 2 quarters every game.
My honest opinion is that, okay, first off, if we going off the first 4 games, are we going off the first 4 games? I'm asking you.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So if I'm going off the first 4 games, the Dallas game I'm not putting on. But I'm gonna say good game because you willed us to a win even when we couldn't do it ourselves. Everybody wasn't involved in that game.
Yeah, man.
Kansas City game, no, you had a horrible game.
Bad game.
The Rams game, you had a horrible game, but you willed us back into it. You didn't win it, but you willed us back into it. You gave us an opportunity. The Buccaneers game was kind of iffy. Yeah, you got some passes off, but you was forcing a lot of shit. So
I call the Bucks game a bad game.
AJ just wasn't open.
If I'm gonna be honest about
Let's
the Bucks
see a
game,
person that's not
yeah,
open.
Jimmy, you had a horrible game. Now,
He had a bad game.
honestly,
in the
real
Bucks
shit,
game.
we really shouldn't have won that game. What was the end of that score? What was it? What 20? What was it? 20?
No, at the end, you talking about the Tampa game?
Yeah. What was the
At the
score?
end of the Tampa game, what happened was what happened was we caught an interception.
Yeah.
Remember, he threw an interception at the end. That
But
sealed
what was
it.
the ending score,
But
though?
it was like we beat him by 8 points, I think.
Well, we probably, I don't know about that.
I'm really
Listen,
surprised.
I think we beat him by 8 points.
Listen,
No,
listen,
but listen,
hold on.
Because you be
Listen,
going
I'm
by
gonna be
like it
honest
ain't
with
about the way you start, it's the way you finish.
Yeah.
And then nigga finished tremendously.
But two
nigga.
games-
Like,
He did say he didn't win.
209 and a half is good,
No, I
bro.
said- I said
like
he
that
did
shit
win.
is good.
No one
So
said
you
that
can't-
it's not.
So you
Listen.
can't say that's a bad game. Then.
No,
No,
got
you
covered.
can't.
He got
So
covered.
hold on,
He
hey,
scored
cuz,
big
a
scores.
prime example, because when
It's not a bad game. It was
wait a
excellent.
minute.
Even if he lost the game, we say,
Yo,
he
listen,
an
hey,
opportunity to win the motherfucker.
cuz. So this is the same thing that I said when people talk about the playoff game with the Chargers and the Jacksonville. That playoff game, right? When whatchamacallit threw 5 interceptions.
That's the difference.
He had threw 5
That's
interceptions,
the
right?
difference.
So it don't matter.
No, it does matter.
No, because he
it
still
does
didn't
matter.
make one.
Nigga, you
Hold
can't.
up, he
You
still
the same
can't make
person that
one.
talk about interceptions
Wait a
and
minute,
mistakes.
wait a minute.
You can't mention that.
wait.
The nigga is mistake free. So
Hold on.
that's the difference,
Hold
bro.
on.
He threw 5 interceptions.
Hold on. This is what I don't like.
He threw 5
just
interceptions, bro.
He just said it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. Is
But
that
he-
not the words that just came out of his
But
mouth?
he made critical mistakes.
So no, it don't matter. He won.
Bro, but
He won.
But we not
When
gonna
you say
ignore
that-
Black.
wait a minute.
Black,
Time
you
out,
can't
time
do
out,
that,
Coach.
bro.
Oh
You
my God,
be
bro.
going back to
If you just
2023.
say- hold on,
Black,
if you
be
just
going
say-
back to 2023.
Hey, yo, hold on.
Hold up,
Hey,
bro.
yo, if you
Because
say-
you know this. You know
Yo,
this.
my
This
God,
nigga
bro.
goes back to 2023,
Yo.
and I say, yo, Jalen Hurts threw for this much. But Torch, he had
Yo.
so much interceptions.
I'm going off. No, I'm going off
Now
what
you
you
trying to
said.
talk about
Wait a minute.
a
No,
game
I'm only
where that
talking
nigga
about.
threw 5 interceptions.
You getting loud don't make you right, bro.
What he did
Listen,
hold
Kev,
up,
wait.
he single-handed
Maybe your
put
wife
them
can tell
in
me.
the dirt, bro.
Angie,
He single-handed.
what did he just say out
Listen,
his mouth?
That's different.
What did he just say out his mouth?
That is different.
Did he say it's not how you start, it's how you finish? That was your blanket statement. That was your blanket statement.
That's
I'm
what
going
Cubs go off.
So if
That's
you're
what
saying,
Cubs go
so
off.
if you're saying that, that's all I'm talking about. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about your words.
But it's
your
a
words is
mistake-free
your
game,
word.
bro.
No, that's not what you said.
The nigga,
You said
yo,
it's not how you start.
hold up.
It's how you
hold up.
finish.
You
Trevor
still winning
Lawrence,
games. You still
Trevor
winning
Lawrence,
games.
God.
Trevor Lawrence was trying to
NBA
give them the
rivalry.
game, Black.
Yo, bro.
Trevor
You
Lawrence.
ain't game.
Oh, wait.
Jalen
Trevor
Yo.
Lawrence was trying to give them the game,
I can't
bro.
tell him.
He kept,
I'm
yo,
not talking
he
about
kept,
me, I'm talking
he
about
kept,
his
he
words.
threw 5 interceptions. He was trying to give them the game, bro.
And still
That's
won.
different.
He won.
Jalen Hurts was getting stopped.
Wait,
bro.
so-
He was getting stopped. It's not the
So
same
let me ask you a
as making-
question.
It's
Hold
not
on,
the
hold
same
on,
as
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Jordan. And they
So
scoring
let's
off
ask
that
this
shit.
question.
And they were scoring off
Let's
that
ask
shit.
this question to
Bro.
everybody. Let's
Right.
ask this question to
That's not the
everybody.
same,
Okay,
bro.
so let me
Right.
ask this question to everybody. So if I came out and I said it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. To you, what does that mean? Because I can do whatever the fuck I want in the beginning. I can run the ball in for them. I can take the ball and run it in for them and give them a touchdown. But if I win at the end, that's what that means, right? It means it's not how you start, it's how you finish. That's what that means. When you say that statement, that's what that means. No matter what you did in the beginning, I don't give a fuck what you did in the beginning. As long as you win at the end, I don't care. That's what that is saying,
Okay,
right?
so why are we talking? If
So
if
what I'm
we four
saying-
now, why
so
you
what-
here?
Oh my God.
Why you here?
Yo,
Why do you care?
because-
Why you four now?
Yo,
Should
if you
I
ask the
care?
question,
Should I
if you
care?
ask the question,
Like-
let somebody
Go ahead,
answer.
go
You
ahead,
said the
Black.
way
If you
we
ask
did,
somebody
we
a question,
finished
Go
it.
ahead.
okay, so this is
Go
why.
ahead,
we care?
Go ahead.
Okay, so this
Go
is
ahead,
why.
Black.
The reason why is because fake ass fans. Sorry,
Like
okay,
yourself, like the fraud that you
so
are.
fake ass fans, right?
The fraud
so
that you
so when
are.
you got real fans of a team, right? You want to see your team be great, right? Everybody wants to see their favorite team be great, right? So when you watch these games, right? What I don't respect is when a person, and I said this last year with you, because remember when I told you last year that everybody loved the way Dan Campbell plays with the trick plays and all that shit until he loses. That's fake shit to me. Because if you was on his dick when he was winning, it's corny to do it when he start losing. So what I look at with this Eagles team right now, right? What I look at with this Eagles team right now, right? Remember the meltdown year when I was the one that said, yo, bro, we can't continue like this, bro. We gonna end up fucking losing. Remember, I was the one that said that in the beginning of the season when we was 10-1, right? We were 10-1. And I got on the phone and I said, bro, I'm watching these games, we struggling. We're winning by the skin of our teeth
Because
every
of what,
game.
right?
And we're going, no, I don't care what it was because of. I'm talking about the mindset. The mindset of,
No, but
bro,
I'm
you
saying,
cannot
why
be
were you
comfortable.
saying that?
I'm saying it because, what I'm saying, because I didn't like the way that we were playing. Just like this year, I don't like the way that we're playing. And that year, we were 10-1, right, cuz? Did I not get on the phone and say, yo, cuz, bro, this ain't sustainable, bro. We keep winning by the skin of our teeth.
Never denied.
Right? Okay. At the end of the year, I was right. Right or wrong?
So how you
Okay,
Where
so
the
I was
games
right.
gonna be getting-
No, time out. Listen. I was right. So the reason why I'm saying this is because the reason why a lot of real fans is not going to accept just any type of play because you're winning is because they know they wouldn't accept that shit if he was losing. So let's just say if he lost those games, if our defense didn't come through and catch that interception in the Kansas City game, if Davis
That
didn't
would've been
block
a
that,
bad
if Davis didn't block that field goal,
That would've still been a bad game.
no, I guarantee you that the rest of the Philadelphia fans would have been mad because we put up 0 points before. So they're going to be like, bro, the whole first half, you had a whole first half. See, part of these games being close is because there is no points in the whole half. In the whole half of football. There is no points in the whole half of football. That's the only reason why these games are close, because for real, we're supposed to be blowing everybody out. We are supposed to be blowing everybody out. So the real Philadelphia fans that know that, it's football for Detroit too. It's football for Detroit too.
And Detroit.
So, but Detroit made it a point to blow their team
Detroit
out.
took a L.
Okay, they took one. Hold on. Time out.
And an improving
They
coach.
took
No,
one.
improving coach.
Hold on.
Yeah.
They took one. So you saying? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. He disrespected.
Well,
we got a Super Bowl coach.
Why I'm saying that
We got a
is
Super Bowl
because
coach.
Nick Sirianni is not taking over the reins.
He's a Super Bowl.
Like,
You don't know
like
what
that's the
he's
same
doing.
thing. That's the same thing he was talking about Mac Jones yesterday. I'm like, look at that coach over there. He calling the shots
you
over
see how
there.
disrespectful
He calling.
he sound?
Hold up. They coaches
To
calling
Sirianni?
the shots over there. Black.
How do you know who's calling the shots?
Because that's what they say
coaches
he
calling the
calls.
No,
shots.
they
over
nobody
there.
ever said. Hold on. So you're saying that Sirianni?
In that game, they Shanahan.
Exactly. He calls plays.
No, I don't care who calls the play. What I'm talking about
Sirianni lets his offense.
How do you know?
He let his coordinators call the shots all the
This
time.
is what I'm going to ask you.
You
Cuz.
see it.
Who came out and said that Sirianni?
He letting
wasn't
the show
calling
and
the shots?
decide call the shots.
Wait. How? Like what I'm talking about is that like what I don't want to do. I don't want to get in the habit of talking about shit that we know nothing about. So we don't know what the fuck is happening in the Philadelphia locker room. So for us to come out and say, "Oh yeah, Nick Sirianni, that's a fucking Super Bowl coach. He's been to places that a lot of other coaches haven't been to."
Listen, I understand what you're saying about what you're talking about, but at the same time, when the cameras go to the sideline, usually you'll see Patullo with the play sheet up to his face. He's calling the plays. Sirianni is walking up and down the field, celebrating, yelling, screaming. He's not calling his own plays. He's giving him the playbook. Be like, all right, this is the game we're playing. We should run this week. And then Patullo has to go in there and execute the shit. Now, what you saying on Thursday with McVay and Shanahan, them motherfuckers had they play sheets and they was calling their own shit the whole entire game. They didn't have coordinators sitting up there doing this.
He does that the whole
Which
game.
I'm starting to think that those type coaches have those coordinators just to keep everybody in line. I don't believe they have those motherfuckers just sit up there.
Because they might be your offense.
No,
They might have been
so
more.
let me
They might
clear
have
this
been more
up.
of an offensive
And look, hold
coach.
on.
They
And this is another
might be
thing.
more
I
of
was
an
going to make this
offensive
point.
coach.
Kansas City hasn't looked good since Eric Bieniemy left.
For real.
Andy Reid has been calling his own plays, and they haven't really looked that good since Andy Reid has took over the play calling. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to look at it that way too, like Dan Campbell is doing what he do, but I don't believe it was. Now that we saying what we saying, I don't believe it was Brian Johnson that was calling all those.
No, but I said.
So
but wait,
clarify
wait,
this.
remember,
I know Nick Sirianni is good.
But
I know he's a good coach. It's the coordinator.
Hey, cuz, so when we talked about
he's
it,
not letting the
so,
coordinator
hey, cuz,
do the
so,
coordinator.
cuz, you know
well, he
what's
let the
crazy, cuz?
coordinator do the coordinator.
You know
job.
what's crazy, cuz, is that these conversations. See, remember we had these conversations, and when we talked about these conversations, you said, "Yo," because remember, before this year, I said, "Yo, offensive coordinators is not that important to me." And you said, "Black, why do you feel that way?"
I know.
I said because I think offensive coordinators is important to shitty teams. Offensive coordinators is important to teams with no direction. That's what I think offensive coordinators is important to. But I don't feel like time out. I don't feel like offensive coordinators is important to already dominant, put together teams. And so remember, you said, "Yo, Detroit lost their offensive coordinator and their defensive coordinator. They gonna be shit."
Listen, I said
you said they gonna be shit.
Now that we're seeing what Detroit is doing, I don't believe.
No. I'm talking about right now.
Listen,
I'm talking about what you said before.
I know what listen, you're going to sit up there and say shit because of what you see. But once you finally see the truth, you're not going to still say that it was still the same way that you had it before. Now that you see the truth, it wasn't Brian Johnson that was calling them plays. It was Dan Campbell that was making them gutsy ass calls because he's still doing it without that guy here.
No, but what I'm saying is, cuz this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the only reason why I'm speaking on it ahead of time is because before this season started, you were telling me how much
I
our
know. Did you hear
argument.
what I just said?
Wait a minute, I'm talking about our argument, cuz what I'm saying, the reason why I felt like offensive coordinators was just fall guys. When it comes to dominant teams, I always felt like the offensive coordinator is just a fall guy, just in case shit get fucked up. So when shit look bad, we could be like, yo, fire that nigga.
Alright,
That's what I think that they are. So when we were talking about the Detroit shit, I was saying, bro, watch they still come out and be dominant. And that's what happened. They still been coming out putting up 40 points a game. And I said, bro, this is what I'm talking
I
about.
want to ask y'all this: what is the Eagles' identity, or do y'all think? Do you think we got
We
an
don't have
identity?
one right now.
That's my point right there. Detroit has an identity. They had an identity.
And we supposed to.
From the beginning, right? So when you switch coordinators and all that, it ain't even gonna matter that much as long as y'all know your identity, and your head coach is your identity. He got
Listen.
what y'all gonna do. What has the Eagles'
Because
identity
our
been
identity was run first.
last year?
Yeah, so this year it's just totally different because our running game is not moving.
But why was it?
Like-
but why was it run first last
Be-
year?
Because our offensive line was great as well.
No, not the offensive line. The offensive line is going to do what it's supposed to do. But you have to really dig deeper into that question.
Like
why
what?
was the offense run first?
Because they didn't trust Jalen Hurts throwing.
But
No,
I ain't gonna say that because 2023 he did nothing but throw the
No,
ball.
no, in 2024,
Nah, I
you
don't
remember,
think
in
that's
the beginning of
what it was.
2024, because you remember, in the
I
beginning of that
I believe we
2024
bring up what we had
season,
said.
we said,
Oh,
remember,
You was
we
like,
said
let
that
them get
he
off.
wasn't,
That's what I
you
believe.
remember, so you remember when we talked about it, right? So in the 2023 season, right, he had 20 turnovers, right? So remember we was like, yo, the next season, when that next season came and we seen that he started throwing the ball a lot less, we was like, yo, somebody in the organization don't trust him.
Did we run
You remember
Smith
we?
down
You
to the
remember?
ground?
Wait, time
Did we
out.
run-
You
did we
remember we
run-
said that, right?
Exactly. Saquon.
Wait, do you remember we
That's why
said
we
that?
gave. That's why we
Wait,
run first. We had a better running back.
Yo. So do you remember? Wait, you remember us saying that,
I
right?
tell y'all all the
Right.
time, you just can't go off of what you see. You really have to.
No, do you
when it
remember?
comes to this team, you really got to dig deep on what the fuck is going
I'm
on.
asking you though.
Like what?
You remember that? Hold on, George. You remember
It's
the
crazy,
conversation
'cause
too.
I remember.
You
that
remember the
season.
conversation too. So you remember the conversation when we was talking on the phone, and you said, "Yo, somebody on that sideline don't trust her." You remember you saying that, right? And I was like, "Yo, that probably is what it is," because it seemed like because we both know how Kellen Moore plays. So
But it's
we
still
both know.
speculation.
So we both know that Kellen Moore. No, it was speculation.
So what
up
happened
until.
in Pittsburgh?
Wait a
What happened in
minute.
Pittsburgh?
Yo,
When he said,
no,
"I
this is
told
what-
everybody."
Oh my God, bro. Yo, when you got an 18 season, when you got an
We act like
18
he
game
can't
season,
do it. Like-
that's not what we said, Britt. Stop making up shit. When you got an 18 game season, no one is going to say, "Oh, out of these 18 games, but that game he was." No, bro, they paying attention to all 18 games. When they judge every other quarterback in the league, Britt, they judge him off of all 18 games. They don't just judge him off of one game and say, "Oh, that's him. That's the way he plays." No, bro. So what I'm saying is, so that the reason why I brought that, the reason why I said that, right? So that season when we had said that, right? You said, "Yo, it looked like Jalen Hurts lost confidence, or somebody on the other side don't like him." The reason why not don't like him, but don't like the way that he plays. So the reason why we had said that in the beginning of the season was because he wasn't, he wasn't throwing the ball, right? Now, mind you, George said it's all speculation. Well, it was up until it came out. So remember, in that Carolina game, once it came out, like, yo, yeah, the problem is the passing. And then you got people that went to the Green Bay game and was like, yo, Kellen Moore can't run his plays because he don't trust.
So what's Kellen
He
Moore's
don't-
status now?
Wait.
What is his
Oh
status?
my God,
I
bro!
want to know.
You're talking
I
about
want to
stuff
know
that
what's
we're not
Kellen Moore's
talking
status
about.
now.
Like you're talking about stuff
But
that
did
we're
he
not
win a
talking
game?
about. Like, no,
Did
he's
he
on a
win a
totally
game?
different team.
So,
Bro, what are you talking about?
No. You're not getting what I'm saying.
God,
Did he win?
bro.
Is he winning? If he winning, do he got throwing quarterback? Do he got throwing quarterback?
Who's the
So,
It's
Ratlin.
like, come on.
Yeah, you
no,
can
no,
say that.
no,
Yeah, you can say
no,
that.
no,
It's
no, I'm saying.
Okay, so Jalen Hurts down there with him. Okay, so Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts.
No, but I'm saying if he was that great,
So Jalen Hurts is down
why
there
are
with
they
him.
not winning?
See, when they bring up people's names,
Look at the
coordinators without Jalen Hurts. Look at the coordinators without Jalen Hurts.
So yes, and
Hey,
he
come on,
hold
we got big man. Look at what I'm saying. Look at the coordinators without Jalen Hurts.
Wait.
No.
So are you
Like,
telling me?
come on.
Okay, so are you telling me that
I
he?
don't get
So
it.
are you telling me that he
Every
only plays with
coordinator
Jalen
knows
Hurts?
where they at.
Are you?
Wait.
Oh my God!
Like,
Yo,
I can't.
yo.
What coordinator was he with before the Eagles?
He was with Justin
Not the
Herbert.
Cowboys.
He was with Justin Herbert and
Justin Herbert.
and Dak
How
Prescott.
did Justin Herbert do?
You want to see it all with them?
Wait, hold on.
No,
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do
He
that
went to
because
the play.
He went to the playoffs.
I'm gonna do
He
that.
went to the
I'm
play.
gonna do that one because that's the one that was recent before he got Jalen Hurts.
He went to the
See,
playoffs.
I
He had
don't-
Justin Herbert.
And he still didn't have our team. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I can't blame Justin Herbert's struggle that year on Kellen Moore because I forget the guy. Who was it? Brian Anderson? What was that coach's name? I forget his name, but that coach was like another.
No, but even Stephen A. came out and said, Stephen A. came out and said, yo, he
What
never
did
had
Dak
the teams
do?
around
Dak-
him.
no,
Like,
Dak-
what did
Dak-
they
Dak-
do? He had everything.
Hold on.
No, he can have the numbers. How many playoffs did he win?
No,
That guy
How
won
many
the
playoffs did he
I'm
win?
not talking about winning.
Dak-
Did he have more losing
Listen,
seasons with Kellen Moore?
Dak
Hell no, Dak had good winning
Dak
seasons.
had-
Yeah, he had more winning
No, I'm saying good regular season wins.
Okay, we're
That's it.
So what, bro?
See, that's your problem.
So
You
what?
for regular season.
No, I'm
You like
saying
a regular
for somebody
season
to
quarterback. That's what you
Hey,
like.
hey,
I like a winner.
Britt,
That's
if
your
we
problem. You
were-
like winners.
Britt,
You don't like winners. You like
Hey,
numbers.
Britt, so
You
what
like
you
the
say?
season like
Hold on,
bro. You
hold on,
motherfucker. You
Hey,
don't like
yo,
numbers.
you know what's crazy?
You
You know
like
what's crazy?
numbers. That's what I'm
You know
saying.
what's
Like,
crazy, Britt?
like, I don't get it.
You know what?
When-
Hey,
I don't get it. I don't
Let me
get
tell you
it.
something.
I don't get
Yo,
it.
wait,
Regular, that's what I said.
hold
He's
on,
a regular
hold on,
season
cuz
quarterback.
she fake as shit, yo. Let me tell you
Regular
this.
season.
Let me tell you this. Because that tells me that when the Eagles start losing, you're gonna be a corny ass person to run.
No, I'm not.
Because
I never
at that
heard
point,
anything.
because at
I
that
never
point,
heard anything.
okay, so let me ask you something. So
Like,
was
what
you
you
singing the
talking
same
about?
song in the meltdown season?
Yes, I
No,
was
the
saying
fuck you
this.
was.
This is
You
what I was
lying.
saying.
No, you wasn't.
I didn't know you did.
You was a liar.
Nigga, I ain't know you. You was a fraud.
Fuck outta here,
I ain't know you.
Well, she
But
talking
I'm
about.
saying in
Wait.
2023,
So
you know what
listen.
I was saying? I said, what
Listen.
the records we doing? I don't want to throw the ball. I don't want to throw the ball every
Okay,
time.
so
That's why. That's what you really don't say. We are one person.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
I was like,
So
win
let
the
me ask you a
ball
question,
more.
cuz.
That's all I
Yo,
was
let me
saying.
ask you a
Then throw the
question.
motherfucker.
Yo, let me
That's
ask you a
what I was
question.
saying. I ain't know.
Let me ask you a question.
Thank you for watching another episode of the Fan Book Podcast. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, or you're a fraud. Thank you.
The main line, like I'm a plug, but at the same time, this ain't what you want. You ain't what you want. I told her straight from the jump, like rose on my place in the front.